Hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Widget Inc. Widget Inc. Last time we left off, we had completed basically tier 6. We had gotten a couple of these things kind of built. Kind of want to go. You know what? Let's go through here and do this. Let's go ahead and just kind of go through here and click all the green things, which is good to do from time to time, and then just kind of get all that stuff kind of built back up down for us. We have really doing this stuff just gives us more production and more ability to kind of do things down below. We got all that stuff researched, and then we need oh no, we already got tier 6 unlocked. So tier 7, we need mainframe widgets. Oh, we have enough of those, so let's go ahead and do that while we're here. All right, so we have those. Now these things aren't going to do me any good because I need to get fuel rods. I need to get all kinds of stuff here, right? So I have a bunch of stuff here that needs to be upgraded and ran. We're going to go down here, find us a nice little place, and we're going to start getting into nuclear power. So uranium mine. So uranium mines actually need to be placed on sand, if I remember right. Uranium fuel assembler, I think, needs to be next to the reactor plant. The reactor plant needs to be next to the water. So we're going to put this guy over here. We're going to put the reactor plant right there. And then we're going to do all these guys, right? So now if I go in here and look, so reactor plant, we press and hold this thing and go all the way down. And then it starts producing some uranium for us. We'll go ahead and produce that guy. The nuclear fuel rod assembler. This one's a little bit more complicated. So I have to pull this and drop a uranium in, pick it up, drag it over here, and then drop it in the bin. And then I have to refine the uranium. It's a bit more work. I don't know if I can grab 2 of them. Can I put 2 in? And then 12 hours, 55 minutes, 26 seconds. I let this thing run in the background a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of put a couple of them in there. So that way we get some uranium chunks. We take all these things, combine it into a fuel rod. So let's go ahead and build one of those guys while we're at it. There you go. That guy's done. So those will start producing automatically for us. And then a nuclear power plant, right? So nuclear power plant, we need just mainframe widgets for that. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to raise control rods, put those in the green, pressurized coolant, and then we're going to do this guy here. So we need a fuel rod, and we need that, and we push our energy's full. So this thing is just going to produce extra energy for us. We're going to come back out here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. We'll go ahead, just max all those guys out. All right, so now we have all those guys kind of built, and then we can cheese it, right? We can do this and go 1, 2, like this. Well, let's just make a bunch of them, and then we'll do the same thing over here, like that, and then we'll do this guy like that. All right, so now we'll have lots of those as that stuff starts to slowly build. Now, if we go back into here, what do we need for the next tier here? We need cloud widgets. Oh, I didn't build cloud widgets. I didn't build the cloud widgets. That's going to slow me down because I think a lot of that stuff is probably going to want cloud widgets. Yep, they are. All right, so let's go here. And so now if you do something like this where you build a bunch of stuff and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. And then you're like, oh, I should have built these guys, and I'm a dum-dum. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go build a cloud widget down here. Right, so that needs microprocessors, mainframe widgets, right? And then once that thing gets the microprocessors it needs, we go in. Now this one, now it needs cloud widgets to do that. And cloud widgets need, we need mainframe widgets and then electricity. We need lots of electricity. Finalize upload sequence. So you click on the red. So basically you have to see where the reds are and then click on them. And then that will build a cloud widget for you. So it's kind of a memory game, so where you have to kind of see where they are. and be able to you don't have to memorize them for very long, but you have to memorize them for a little while. And then I think, let me get all these guys built like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom, right? And then I'm going to do this and move those back up to the top. So that way we make those cloud widgets first, because we need them, right? And then honestly, probably should do this. Make us another one of those guys. And then we'll do those guys up there like that. Then we go back in here, we play the memory game for a minute. And then once we get the memory game kind of done, and we have enough of the cloud widgets, eventually these things will start getting made. It's going to be a minute because I need a lot of them, and I've done poorly at this, right? Okay. So because I need 33 of them, because I've mistakes have been made. And I could go in there and fix it, but we'll just go along with our mistake. So we'll just build 36 of these things, and then once we get those guys done, that should allow us to progress along fairly quickly. We could get here with a cloud widget game. But yeah, so it's basically this one's just memory. And then, like I said, I've made mistakes, so since I'll go through it. Now, if you're new to the channel, you're new to this game, the game is awesome. It's on Steam. There's a demo. You can get like the first 3 levels of it, or the first 3 tiers. Kind of get a feel for the game, see if you would like it or not. And then after you do that, the game's $5. I have over 200 hours in the game. For $5, like, that is an amazing value. Not many games give you or have given me a value on my return like that. That being said, the dev did send me a beta key. I was more than willing to buy it. I actually tried to buy it. It won't let me because I already have it. The game is awesome. But please go download the demo, check it out, see if you like it as much as I do, and then see. Okay, so that guy's built. So now we are building these things automatically now, and then we'll build. So we already got 2 of those, and then there's a third one. So as always, as you build these things, they start coming in. It starts getting exponentially better and better, right? Because as you build 1 or 2 of them, then the next one comes in, and then as it keeps continuing bigger and bigger, we're probably okay. Now, I could probably actually build quite a few more of these and kind of get away with it, because we have enough electricity that we're using, that we're making, that we can kind of get away with having more of these than we do. Let's do that. I'm just going to do all 4 like this. Oh, nope. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to go down here to these guys, and I'm just going to move all these to the top, because I need cloud widgets. Cloud widgets for days. All right, so that way that moves all the cloud widgets back to the top. And then it's kind of going to mess up some stuff because just kind of the way that it builds things. But this should allow us to get a handful of cloud widgets, our cloud digitizers. And then, as you see, it's starting to, once you kind of get, it's this exponential factor, right? Once you kind of start having the things show up, they just start building faster and faster and faster. And then, because you only need like 7 of them there. Once you hit like this guy, it'll slow down a little bit. But we will continue on through fairly quickly. All right. So now that being said, we also need to go in here. We go all the way back down here to the bottom. We go, let's see. Let's go ahead and click on all these things. Pretty much anything that's green. Oh, yeah. And see, that will, so this is basically doubles my warehouse storage. So it should be from 20 to 40 per storage. So you start getting pretty good amount of storage in the game. And then let's get all these guys done. I just, every once in a while, I like going all the way to the bottom and making sure I've clicked on everything that needs to be upgraded. Just because some of those upgrades will severely are really help you in the future, right? Increases unlocks fuel rod capacity, right? So this basically just allows us to make things faster. And then auto upgrade. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the auto upgrade here real quick. So we'll do this. And then I'm going to go into this guy. I'm going to go all the way down here to auto upgrade. I'm going to move it to the top. So that way we can watch that thing and get it done real quick. So if I look out here, right, you see all these guys that are orange, the orange triggers for upgrades, right? And then what we're going to end up doing is once this guy gets built, and then I'm going to go down here to the bottom, and you'll see that the last thing we have is this mastery. So once this guy gets built, anytime now. Okay, how about now? How about now? How about, it's not working. How about now? It didn't work. So we need fuel rods. And we're low on fuel rods. But as soon as since we're low on fuel rods here, the other stuff's being produced through here. And that's because I have one fuel rod manufacturer. I'm basically using the energy from my oil fields. I'm using the excess energy from that and properly murderizing it. So we'll go ahead once that fuel rod gets done. Meanwhile, we're just watching it grow like grass. Right, 19. And then, like I said, you can always, if you get stuck kind of in a place like this where your things are going the wrong place, you can pause for a little bit. You can then go check over here and kind of see like the fuel rods. Now, the fuel rods aren't gonna, well, they'll fill up as soon as my energy fills up. Where's my energy? Oh, there it is. So you see my energy is kind of being consumed to kind of really drop down. And then, so we're just going to kind of wait for that. All right, so we got all that stuff going, starting to get all this stuff moving, and then that energy is just so slow, and we got no fuel rods. So basically, our fuel rods are just going to be now. We could always go in and just say, you know what, we're gonna just go make fuel rods. So we're gonna unload this and let it go again. And then that will get my digitizers working. Click on the fuel rods, right? And then this is, yeah, I don't have enough. Oh, I don't have enough uranium. All right, now, so if we do this and we're like, oh, we're out of uranium, right? Like right now we have uranium. Come on. If you grab it when it unclicks, but we can always go over here and just kind of at least get some more uranium going. All right, so there's the auto upload as unlocked there, and then if you look now, it's kind of wigging out down there. But you'll see it's starting to add. It's going into all the stuff as we built it, and basically choosing its upgrades and doing that stuff. So now we don't even need to do the auto upgrade anymore. It's just basically it's going through, it's randomly finding stuff, and it's doing it at basically 1 a second, so that it's not crazy hard on the system. And it slowly upgrades. Now, eventually, the devs added a couple more upgrades I haven't messed with yet. So we'll be looking at those very soon, hopefully. once we get kind of up to the next levels and stuff like that. Our cloud digitizers are kind of working. They're kind of going through. We can go back up to the top, and it's still kind of working through and doing that stuff. And then once we get done with that, then it will start building out these other things for us. So, but yeah, there's all of our storage going up. So now you'll see our storage start to climb because we're doubling our storage. And then as you see, like here, you can see it's kind of following the path of how they were originally put in. And then so it evidently saves the frames as they're installed, and then just kind of goes back through them. So that was the initial set of boxes I did, and then I did some more of these, and I went over here and did that, and then so it kind of bounces around and follows the path of you upgrading things. And it is slow. It's not super fast when it does it, but it does go right. And then as you're opening new things in here, that way if you miss one or you're like, oh, and I don't feel like clicking on all the things, as it opens these things for you, it will slowly go through and upgrade all those, and just kind of keeps you from having to deal with it. So the game does really well at managing the factory not the primary purpose of the game, right? The primary purpose of the game is for me to build and for me to make bigger stuff and me to make bigger and bigger and bigger, items, and to keep expanding the factory, expanding what I'm building. So that part of it is really great, and it's awesome, right? Because you don't get bogged down as you move up, as long as you research this stuff. Now, if you're like, I hate this auto upgrade thing, just don't research it. Like, just leave it there green forever. You won't get it. But there at tier 8, we're going to get the Blitz upgrade, right? So this is tier 8. So then we need 1,224 cloud widgets. So what I think I might do is let this thing run for a little bit, and then kind of be back when we have more stuff, right? Because we're still upgrading there. I need to get once this thing's all kinds get caught up, and we actually have a bunch more cloud widgets. Because we're not making cloud widgets at all, because all of our cloud widgets are being pumped into upgrading our nuclear power. So once I get nuclear power kind of upgraded, that will allow me to then go through and do all these other upgrades and get all that stuff done. So once I get all that caught up, I will be back. Talk to y'all guys soon. And we're back. All right. So this thing it's kind of running. The other thing I was gonna say too is, if you don't want the auto upgrade, like if you're like, oh, I want to turn it off, you can just do it here too, right? You can just turn it off, turn it red. That will keep you from auto upgrading, and give you a little bit more control over the factory if you need to. So we're just going to slowly keep going through here. We just need lots and lots of cloud widgets to get all this stuff done. And then, as you can see, as it's as it's upgrading stuff, it's going back through. It's going through and just continually updating and doing things. Like I said, it's not ridiculously like overpowered. At least not in this mode. If we go back into here and look, eventually we get something called a blitz upgrade, and then we get a lightning upgrade. I don't know what those two do. I'm very intent on finding out sooner rather than later. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna queue that one up, and then that will allow us to kind of get those guys going. We'll get the rest of these upgrades going, and then I think we need 1,200 of these. That's going to be a minute. Yeah, we're making a couple of them a second. And then you'll see, like, as these things all start to get done, as it, like, even if I go here and do this, you'll see, like, this guy, it needs cloud widgets to do it. So it's going to take me a minute to kind of get those kind of built up and done. But we're gonna be at cloud or tier 8 today. That's gonna happen. Yeah, so it's just slowly going through and doing things, and then some of this stuff should just be able to upgrade just almost instantly. So there's tier 7 mastery. So now if we do need to go in, like, so now if I go in and I need to make a bunch of cloud widgets, if I go back into this guy now, I can go here like this, go bloop, and then that would make 2 cloud widgets instead of the previous one. So it doubles my efficiency for those, makes it a little bit better. Now, eventually what will happen is we're going to get all the way up to maxed out here. And once we get kind of maxed out, and we get rockets built and then we ascend. Once we do that, the next run through is a lot faster. My other game is kind of already there. It's already ascended once, and like I said, that was beta and previous to and with the demo prior to release. So I wanted to start over and kind of let the game run as it is as it comes out. So now we're basically running all this. Go ahead and just do that stuff. That's fine too. Right. And then we'll get all these guys kind of built and do what we need to. It looks like it already built those. Yeah. So, and then sometimes, like if I tell it to build something, it like will jump in front of this thing. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this thing run for a little bit, and kind of upgrade some stuff, and then as I get that stuff done, we'll get all of our upgrades here done. And then, so some of these things should be able to be cleared. And then, once these kind of get done, that should help us with our bits a little bit. Now, if we go in here, it looks like the mainframe widgets is what we need. So mainframe widgets. Now let's look at that one. Graphs additional parallels. Okay, so those are all basically as fast as I can. If I look into here, for the most part, it's the integrated widgets that I'm having trouble with, which are these guys up here. So we'll go ahead, finish these guys up. Right, and get those guys going. See, and those guys need red circuits, right? So if we go up here and we need red circuits, so we'll get those guys going a little bit better. Let me do that. So if you can left click and drag, and then if you do it a little bit too fast here, it causes it to kind of do that. So let's do this. We're gonna do this guy like this. We're gonna go ahead and place some more of these down, and then that will give me more red widgets. So because that's what I need here. And then that thing gets shoved all the way to the end, and hopefully this stuff will all get kind of caught up and eventually get these things all kind of built with what we need to. And then once I get caught back up, we will be back again. Okay, so we have tier 8 completed. 8 hours, 13 minutes, 47 minutes. Like I said, I'm not going for speed runs here. It's more of a just a fun run. So we got that guy's going. So this is auto upgrade now occurs every every 2 seconds. So now it doubles the speed of it. So but we need quantum and nano processors. All right, normal stuff. Let's go build some more things. Let's go find us a nice little open spot down here. We'll build these guys here. Oh, what kind of mine is this? Widget minitizer shrinks the basic widget, reducing them to elementary widget particles. All right, we'll put that guy there. Let's skip that guy, put it down here. Skip this guy and put it down here. We'll skip this guy and put him down here. I don't know what you're doing. You can go away now. So that should get all those kinds of. What do we have 2 of those for? Where's the other one at? Oh, that was weird. All right, so those guys are all being built. So let's go look at the minitizer. Shrink widget. We just click on that to our heart's content as fast as we can. Okay, let's make one of those. All right, nanoscale lab. So nanoscale lab. Let's see, synthesize process. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically we have to follow where it's going around the block. Kind of keep your mouse there. Oh, let's see, and then tracking gets disrupted. So left click and hold again. Yeah, that one's annoying. Let's see, what's this to do? A reactor? Oh, we don't have that reactor factory built yet. I need quantum widgets for it. Quantum widget tunneler. So this one, let's go ahead, tell you to build that guy. That'll be fine. Blue to blue, red to red, yellow to yellow, green to green. And then we don't have enough of those things, so we didn't make it anyway. Oh no. All right. Now we're just waiting for everything to get caught back up. So basically what we want to do is kind of get this guy, and hopefully at some point we make enough for the buckets, but we don't seem to be making them. Let's see. Great, not enough fuel rods. So we need more fuel rods. Seems like a personal problem here. Let's see. Go ahead, get all these guys doing that. And then do these guys. Come on, in you go. In you go. And you go. And you go. Enrich uranium. At least we get the extra. We get double output, right? Not that it's really going to change much, because we still need ridiculous amounts of these things. Quantum widgets. It needs these guys, portable reactors, and the portable reactors needs these guys. So we can try to do these things to get enough for these guys. We'll just spin it around and hopefully kind of catch it and get a little bit of extra ones as we do sometimes. And then, so some of this stuff is just trying to literally just get enough of the things to build what we need to build. And then, so now we have at least a couple of those. So we'll build that guy. There's one. And then draw another one. So basically every level, you have to kind of get that last one kind of kick-started. So that, and then we're out of these again. So now we go back over here again. So basically keep clicking on this guy. Little circles. Happy little circles. Nope, happy little circles. My circles are not happy. So hopefully eventually we'll get enough of these things in where we can get these guys being built, right? And then get some of this stuff kind of auto building. We're out again. All right, so this guy is building the shrinks at least for us. This guy is building those for us now. The reactor factory is not even being built. Why do I wonder if I made a mistake? No. Okay, yeah. So I made a mistake. I built two of them and then deleted the first one, so it ended up sticking to the higher thing and causing me problems, right? So now once I get all those done, now we have all these done. Now we can do these. Get all these kind of being built. So now, why aren't you doing? Do what you're supposed to do. All right, so these guys will start hopefully building these things. We just need quantum widgets, of course, right? And then this guy is, we'll draw where we need to here, like this. You should have enough. Oh, you grabbed it from me. All right. So that way, as these things start getting in, and we can just, yeah, we're running low on nuclear rods. We need lots more nuclear rods. All right. So all you can do is we can go up here. This guy, we can go C like this. We can just go You know what? Let's just put you there. And then we'll have, look at that. Magically, we have a lot more drill rod production. Probably want to build a little bit more of these guys. So that way those, and you notice it copies like the exact ones that are in there. So like these guys don't have all the upgrades. So, and we're just kind of waiting for it to kind of figure its life out. All right, and then this guy should start coming down here. So now we have these guys a little bit more often. So we can start spinning these guys. Lots more uranium fuel rods. And then that should start turning this into this guy a little bit easier. And then here, so now we have lots more of these. So we'll go ahead and grab these guys and go ahead and connect them up. And then let that guy go. And then we'll start having not enough of those. What do I mean not enough of those? They look like there was enough of them. So we just kind of let it keep going. We'll just shrink some more widgets. And then it's all should be going. And then it's playing whack-a-mole. It's going back and trying to figure out like these guys, right? So these guys need the blue ones, right? So we'll just do this. I'm just going to copy this entire thing like this and just place this down here. Just be like, all right, there's lots more of those. And then we'll see how long it takes those to be built. And then like these guys needed those brown things here, right? But the brown things need red things and computational widgets, right? So see this guy out, right? We're going to copy this guy down here, right? And then we need more of these. So we'll just do that. We're just going to take this whole thing and just find a nice little home for it down here. There, that looks good. Just put it there. So that will all start building. And once again, building too much, too fast. it's all a mess, right? And then you need to go back in here and get like more of these because I need more of these guys, right? So we'll go build a bunch more refineries here like this. Right, we'll get all these guys going like that, so that way we have a lot more of those going in. Then I'll have this whole brick like this. We'll just go place this down over here someplace. There you go. You can just go be there now. And then this whole craziness here, you can just put that there. All right. So we just grab stuff and be like, hey, I want more of that. And then we'll end up waiting. Have to wait until we get all this stuff again. Let's see, and then let's see, where are you? Quantum Widgetnators. Let's see, how are these guys going? They are still very, very slow. Very slow. And then the problem is I've kind of murdered myself because all the things that are going like this needs all those lower level stuff. So since I don't have enough of the lower level stuff to be able to make things, it's causing me the problems because I don't have enough batteries because the batteries are being used to make these things over here. Like it's this endless vicious cycle, right? I need more of things, but in order to make more of things, I need to make more things, and then I need more things, and it's just, oh, I need all the things. But if we open up this guy and look at it, so now this thing should be the one it's working on, but it needs quantum widgets. So and then if you go down here and look, we're probably got green somewhere down here, maybe. Or oh, there I saw a little bit of green, maybe. Yeah, there it went. There's some green, right? So it's just building stuff like it's like, oh, this needs computational widgets and power, and it's basically whatever the lowest denominator is that it needs to build something, it will build that first, which is kind of irritating. I do think that it would be nice to have something that we can toggle this thing so that it only works on the first thing and it doesn't start adding stuff to the stuff below it. It just fixes the first one and moves. And then that way, because if not, you're going to have a long schedule right now of like absolutely no progress because it's just filling. Like all that stuff is at 0, right? If we go up here, Looking for where it starts to not be 0. Oh, ways up here. Yeah, so, and it's just kind of bouncing around, right? So like this guy needs, there's, 2 capacitors that red capacitors, and that's all it needs is like the upgraded core drilling. But because it's just stuck. With that, I'm going to kind of let this thing kind of catch up. And then next time we will come back, I'll have more of these guys built. I'll have some upgrades done. I'll wait on the Blitz upgrade until next time, and then we will start working on Tier 9. So the plan between here, well, I'll go ahead and build them here. Watch. I'll just do this. I go see like this. And I go bloop, bloop, bloop like this. And then I do this, and I go all these, and I go bloop, bloop like this. And then eventually we build all these things. So it's going to take me a bit to get caught up, but when we get caught up, we will be back for the next episode. As always, if y'all like these videos, you want to see more of them, please consider throwing a like on the video. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, you can leave that down below. And if you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, there's a button for that also. You guys be safe. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.